If you're gonna talk that talk, then you better walk that walk. If you're gonna talk that talk, then you better walk that walk. Run it. Yeah, I'm ready, let's run it.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to have an interview with Babip coming up really soon. And, just recently tweeted, I think TSM going to be pretty happy with their new Academy jungler.
Yeah.
Because,
It's pretty good.
Putting the world's MVP in his place. Admittedly, in a game with 97 kills, probably not the greatest example, but here we are, here's Ji-sun with that interview.
This is Ji-sun joined by Babip after having a pop-off game up against the LCK on a Malphite pick. First off, this is your first time participating in the All-Stars event as an OPL representative. So how are you enjoying this event? 우선은 바빕 선수 말파이트로 정말 강력한 모습 LCK 팀 상대로 보여주셨는데요. 첫 경기 치르신 소감 여쭤보겠습니다.
I'm very grateful for everyone who voted me in, obviously. I think it was really fun to play with the players I'm playing with. I'm good friends with all of them, so overall just a lot of fun.
네, 우선은 정말 뽑아주신 덕분에 정말 감사히도 이런 이벤트에 참여할 수 있었는데요. 특히나 같이 뽑힌 팀원들 모두 친한 선수였기 때문에 더 즐겁게 좀 즐기면서 경기를 치를 수 있었다고 합니다. 그러면 이제 두 번째 질문은 LCK에 혹시 좋아하는 선수가 있으신지 또 LCK를 상대해본 소감은 어떤지 여쭤보겠습니다. So, did you guys enjoy playing up against the LCK All-Stars? And also, if you do have an LCK favorite player, who is it?
Obviously, yeah, I'm a pretty big fan of Canyon, obviously, because I think he's the best jungler in the world. So yeah, pretty nervous playing against him. Obviously, it's more of a for fun tournament, but still, yeah, pretty fanboying quite a lot over him.
네, 실제로 있다고 하는데요. 바로 캐년 선수의 엄청난 팬이고 정말 캐년 선수가 지금 세계 최고 정글러라고 생각한다고 합니다. 그런 만큼 이번 경기 참여하는 것도 많이 긴장이 됐고 비록 즐기기 위한 대회이긴 했지만 너무 좋아하는 마당에 이제 조금 많이 따라다니고 좀 팬질하는 그런 모습도 드러났다고 합니다. 네, moving on to the next question. So, how did the players react to the LCK's crazy role swapping and like for fun comps? And which one was the most impressive pick? 그러면 이제 LCK 선수들이 방금 경기에서 포지션도 다 바꾸고 예능 픽을 많이 보여줬는데 어땠는지 또 어떤 픽이 가장 인상 깊었는지 궁금합니다.
I think FLICKR playing Rengar in the bot lane was like the most surprising. Obviously, all of their champions could go in like any of the roles, and we didn't actually realize until the end of the champion select where everyone was going, because obviously FLICKR went bot lane. So yeah, it was just super like funny. We were all like laughing about it. Yeah.
네, 페이커 선수의 랭거 바텀 픽이 제일 인상 깊었다고 하는데요. 사실은 정말 그 챔피언 픽하고 마지막 순간까지도 모든 챔피언이 어떤 포지션에 가도 이상하지 않았어갖고 누가 어디 갈까 예측하기가 너무 어려웠고요. 마지막까지 정말 몰랐다고 합니다. 그리고 마지막에 이제 페이커 선수가 바텀에 가게 된 것을 알게 되고 정말 놀랐고 이 경기 내내 다들 웃으면서 경기를 많이 즐겼다고 합니다. So you went for full damage AP Malphite, and even though you were struggling a little bit in the earlier phase, I think you were able to come back like a monster in the end. So how did you prepare that pick? 그러면 이제 말파이트 AP 정글로 오늘 좋은 모습을 보여줬는데 사실 초반에는 많이 어려웠던 것 같습니다. 그래도 후반에 다시 성장을 도모하면서 멋있는 모습을 많이 보여줬는데 말파이트 AP 픽은 어떻게 준비했는지 궁금합니다.
Me and my top laner Chippies, we were sort of talking about what champions are easy to play on high ping, and we were both like watching the game before in the PCS, and we were like, oh, Malphite is probably like super easy to play on high ping, so we were just going to flex the Malphite and the Olaf pick and just take it whichever lane was better. That's pretty much it. Just and like a for fun, sort of more fun pick. Yeah.
네, 이제 아무래도 경기 시작하기 전에 탑에 간 치피 선수와 둘이서 이제 핑이 좀 높은데도 쉽게 좀 세게 잘 활용할 수 있는 그런 픽이 뭐가 있을까 많이 궁리를 했고 앞선 PCS전을 보면서 말파이트가 픽 높을 때도 좀 쉽고 센 챔피언이겠다 싶어서 이제 올라프와 말파이트를 뽑고 좀 상황을 봐서 더 좋은 포지션으로 좀 수합하기로 결정을 했다고 하는데요. 그리고 또 이제 질겜적인 요소도 조금 가미되었다고 합니다. So last question. So congratulations on joining TSM in the LCS, and I'm pretty sure all the LCS fans were watching this game. So any message over to the fans out there? 그럼 마지막으로 명문 게임단 TSM에 합류하셨는데요. 아무래도 LCS 팬분들도 이 경기 보고 계셨을 것 같습니다. 지켜보신 팬분들께도 한마디 부탁드립니다.
I'm super excited about next year, and yeah, I'm looking forward to everyone who will support me, and yeah, looking to crush it in NA.
네, 내년이 정말 많이 기대가 되고 응원 보내주시는 모든 팬분들께 감사드리며 내년 NA에서 정말 멋있는, 정말 압도하는 그런 모습 보여주시겠다고 했습니다. 여기까지가 바빕 선수였습니다. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jisun, for the translation for the Korean broadcast, because we're sort of doing both. This is actually it's really interesting, sort of having both of us sharing the whole situation. But great to hear from Babip there as well. Glad that we had a bit of a conversation about him moving over to TSM and seeing what he can do over in North America. So. He has been one of our stars for a really long time. Really glad that Oceania you guys got together and voted in Babip so that we got to see him absolutely pop off on that Malphite. But now we've got the Red Bull Solo Queue 1v1 tournament. And this is going to be really exciting. There were so many people that applied for this. It's been going on all over the year, and it all comes down to this. It's been a long time since I commentated some 1v1s, but we are going to have, we're mainly going to be focusing on, the end of the tournament. We are going to show you guys a bunch of the round of 16 and how that one has gone, as this is going to be the bracket that you guys are witnessing.
Yeah, and you'll notice they're not all pro gamers or anything like that. We gave an opportunity to pretty much anyone to sign up and go into the tournament, and this is what we were left with going into the round of 16, and that's where we stand.
Yeah, exactly. So a lot of names that you will recognize from the LCK, formerly from the LCK, and of course some stars here when it comes to content creation, and of course solo queue from the rest of Korea. So interesting stuff. You can see some of the names like Ambition versus Prey is going to be a real interesting one.
Pawn versus Mata.
I know. Oh, Mata versus Pawn. That is so good.
That's the one I saw. I'm like, yes, yes.
This actually reminds me of EDG versus RNG back in 2015. This is certainly taking us all the way back. Marin going to be in there as well. As yeah, these are going to be definitely some fun ones.
Yeah, pretty interesting to see. You got Barrel up against Jelly too, which is kind of interesting.
It's been a while since we've seen Jelly.
Yeah. And of course, some names that if you are not familiar with, some of the content creators here in Korea that you may not recognize, but we will introduce them as they come along. Here is Cannon up against Hojin, of course.
Yep, we have played these games already, guys, so these are going to be the highlights from the round of 16. We'll be starting from the semis live, but we are just going to take you through how this one worked. Canyon looking pretty good here, as these Pierces are looking real scary. You have to kill your opponent twice, by the way, in order to win or take the turret. And I believe after 7 minutes, there's a big thing of death, and then you kill each other.
Yeah.
That's sort of the updated rules. 1v1 has evolved a bit over time, as yeah, Canyon's he's really having a good time here, and you can see Hojin. He's trying to use that old the old Varus strategy. It's like, I played Varus, and therefore I'm going to win this 1v1.
Yeah.
And it's not really working out, as Callista is really, really strong. As a champion that's sort of like built to be in a duo lane and has duo synergy, she shouldn't be this good by herself, in my opinion.
Yeah, she's just really good. I mean, she's great at skirmishing. She's great at even poking down in a 1v1 scenario. So I do like the pick from Canyon. And yeah, it was pretty simple to finish that one off.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Canyon does win. He moves on to the round of 8.
Having a good time as well, as you can see on your screen. be able to check out the next one. Roll the clip. This is actually really cool. Like going through with like highlights for the beginning and then it gets super serious. As we are going to have our support showdown, Brand versus Maokai. Oh no! Thematically, the tree just burns down. Jelly, what have you done? It's a disaster.
Yeah,
oh dear.
well.
I wonder if Jelly can win this one, guys.
Yeah, if I were playing in this tournament, I would probably play something like Brand. He can be such a menace with no outside influences, you know?
Yeah.
And especially with some of the changes in the buffs, just straight up buffs that he's received with those changes. He's just really intuitive, he's great, and definitely favor him in this matchup against a Maokai.
He has a slight item advantage as well, as you can see. Having a Mythic in your back pocket is definitely showing that things are getting a little bit rough. Sudden death in 30 seconds. They did take a lot of time to take this one down,
boy.
but that's a 2-level advantage.
Yeah. And, yeah.
You'd get some real good odds if Jelly managed to win this one, though. I'll tell you that much. As, yeah.
Pretty easy there. Bounces his ult off himself and off the minions. Gets right in the face of the Maokai. And makes it look pretty easy. I liked his first kill a little bit better. I feel like at this point it was kind of just like a done deal. The first one was nice. I think he threw out the Q first and E'd as the Q was in transit, as it was being fired.
Yeah,
to
definitely
make that
much
stun
cleaner.
happen. It's a pretty nice little move. And Beryl is well known, you know, for not just being a support god. He's actually just a really mechanically skilled player, and that's part of the reason why he is so good at the game in general.
Well.
And here's SoEarth playing up against FLICKR.
So might look like a little bit of a mismatch here, and you can see that FLICKR does have way more farm and a level advantage, but a bit of aggression here out of SoEarth, landing all of his buttons quite nicely. But the problem with Olaf is he stands still and hits you with 2 axes. As we'll see whether SoEarth is going to get that Blade Surge back, and he does. First kill going over. Oh dear.
Yeah, I think FLICKR just a little bit overconfident here, and SoEarth with the barrier.
Dodging the undertow as well.
Yeah, and you could see that FLICKR doesn't even bother to use it. He knows he's going to die anyway, so just goes down there. And yeah, he's CSing a little bit better, but we'll see if he actually comes back in this one. Looks like he's got a pretty good fight here.
Yeah, well, Blade Surge is going to help him get a whole bunch of his health back there with the Ionian Fervor. But it looks like FLICKR just thinking about killing him under his turret. How did it all come to this? Is going to be the question. You can see, as far as health bars, not going so well, but the kill score is going to be there. SoEarth just needs to win another 1v1.
There's nothing you can do with the sudden death.
And the minion wave as well. But still, it is going to put it at 1-for-1, but then it's going to be the CS that is going to change things. Gets it within 8, though, as there's the shutdown. And I guess at sudden death, that's when you're just going to be able to pick up the win if you manage to get the kill in that scenario.
Yeah.
So just a little bit unfortunate for SoEarth.
Yeah, feels bad. Should have pushed the envelope a little bit faster, I suppose. Just gets killed by FLICKR, who does eventually take it down. But, I mean, hey, SoEarth killed him 1v1 straight up before any kills had happened, before any sudden death or anything like that.
This is the matchup I've been waiting for. This is my favorite one. This is my favorite one. As a boomer myself, I absolutely ship this. Ambition and Prey both having a lot of fun here as well, as you can see. As it's going to be Malphite versus Jarvan. Boomer champions for a boomer matchup. As, all right, barrier's going to be exchanged here. Cataclysm from Prey. Oh, gets on top of the health pack.
Yeah.
Oh, Prey's got to unretire. He needs to pull a clear love. He needs to come back. That was so sick.
Yeah. Barrier Ignite is BIS, I suppose.
Well, when you're burly boys like this, you know, you just need that little bit of staying power and you can light them on fire.
Prey just getting rid of the shield there. And, yeah, Jarvan's got a nice amount of poke too, you know, just get in there, just start whacking away at him with your Q. And it's really annoying for the Malphite to handle. Well, let's see what he does here. He doesn't have his ultimate up yet, so.
Well, I mean, he's just going to light him on fire. The barrier is going to come down, and then he's going to die. So Prey pretty comfortably finding the 2-0.
Yeah, I made that look easy, actually. Even through the barrier, it's like, nope.
Just dropped a flag on him. Who would have known? He's just having the best time.
Moves on to the round of 8 of the Red Bull 1v1 tournament. And then Deft versus Nara Kyle.
And look, Deft has had a bit of an up and down day so far. We'll see how things went in the 1v1 tournament. Samira versus Udyr. This feels like it's probably not going to be Udyr favored, but I'm not sure whether there's much that's Udyr favored at this point in time. As Deft, very late barrier as the Ignite comes down, and he's going to survive.
That was actually pretty close.
That was real close, yeah.
That was close. Deft, you know, he gets the heal with the Ignite on him, but that one turret shot, you know, if he didn't get hit by that one, I think obviously he wins the trade, but he just stepped a tiny bit too close. And now let's see, maybe he can get a kill here. He's down a level, though. Knows he has to go for it.
Yep, this is also sudden death, remember, guys. So not going to be able to have that protection of the turret as the ulti comes out once again from Deft. Managed to get that S up just in time, as you could see, as Narakyle, I have a feeling, is going to fall. Not enough turtling available. Oh, no! He's turning it! Does he get the last one? No, he doesn't. That was way closer than it should have been.
You saw both of them just burst out laughing after that one. It was actually a pretty close trade here. At the end of the day, I like how Deft repositions himself, gains a little bit of range, and yeah, eventually just takes him down in melee. And we'll move on to the round of 8.
And yeah, the big sigh of relief as he is able to come out on top. Maybe the next round isn't going to be as easy as Pawn versus Marta, ex-teammates, of course, on KT a little while back, and enemies over in China. And yeah, I mean, it's Pawn. And of course, Marta is just like playing some random champion in Rengar this time around, but we'll see whether it is going to work out here as Pawn. Yep, this is one of his favorites.
So nothing happens for, what, 7 minutes? And yeah, this looks like an Azir game to me, too.
Yeah. Emperor's Divide makes it really, really hard to be
I think Pawn's
Rengar.
going to lose this.
Well, yeah, the gap was closed. Does he have the shifting sands back up is going to be the question. The bowler comes out, the empowered bowler there as well, but Pawn now looking to try and turn it as Marta gets the dive on back in.
Yeah, I think in sudden death you just use the brush, and he could have taken it even slower.
Shifting sands, flash forward, not enough. Marta, successful.
I think he could have taken that even slower, but just wanted to go for the kill. Didn't want to waste any time. I actually liked the choice of the Rengar on this map. You know, the 2 brushes on the side, you can easily use them. Even though there wasn't any action before this, they eventually got the kill.
Yep. Bit of a giggle there from Marta as well. It's just good to see him back, you know. I feel like there's just, it's a nostalgia overload, these situations. As Kana up against Jisoo.
Jisoo girl.
Yes. It's confirmation.
Yes.
Not sure why that necessarily needs to be there, but Jisoo versus Kana. And a young gentleman. We saw him on this Kalista earlier on. This is looking very rude. Camille versus Kalista? Oh, God.
Yeah, I think the only way you kill the Kalista is if you just get the perfect stun.
Well, you need to all in, right?
Yeah, like, of course, that's all you can do. So it's just kind of just sitting here, taking poke. This kind of looks like the last time we saw the Kalista in our first highlight here, but that's a nice stun.
Yep, did manage to close the distance and got the health back as well. The flash forward, very close, and first blood actually goes to Jisoo.
Oh. That was okay. That's how you do it. She even picked up the health pack. Those were some pretty good mechanics.
That was sick.
Gets in there, and you can see she took flash ignite instead of barrier ignite, and it actually helped her pick up the kill.
Yep, that's what you want to see. Hextech ultimatum coming down, and that's another health pack, but hookshot missing.
Yeah.
That's the disaster, and then the Rend makes things really, really difficult. And yeah, just walks into the brush.
That's
going to be that.
That's the problem with the Camille pick. It is very all in.
Jisoo really playing it like you needed to land that hook shot, but the idea is right. Because you just can't let Kalista poke you down and then you can't play the game, right?
Yeah. So Kana, great positioning, stays in the middle of the lane, and he will move on.
Yeah, congratulations to Kana.